Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hi, I'm Alexis from Whistlepunk Delicatessen and Market, and I'm here in Brunswick with Danny, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
You can tell when it's not what somebody says every day like me. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, January 16th. I am your host, Danny Gurry. Oh boy, yes I am, and I hope you're having a great day, getting to the end of the week. And it's cold. I don't like being cold. I don't like it at all. And we haven't really had cold that long, but all right, today we're going to have Bob Miller from WFMD's Morning News Express with news, weather, and sports. I think Chris is still under the weather, having that gook that everybody else had too. We're going to highlight the events in our area, but you know where to go if you want the full calendar. And I think I entered about 40 events yesterday for January, February, March. Yeah, so there's always something great happening in Frederick. I love it. I catch up with Mitch from Reforge talking about their nonprofit and the COLD Plunge next Saturday. That was what I was supposed to do yesterday. That was totally my fault. I sent Mitch and Ray the incorrect link, but it was probably a good thing because Ray had some technical difficulties and we tried to get him on, and for some reason we couldn't. So I'm going to try to get Ray back to talk about cold plunging, but just as a health benefit. But anyway, Mitch is going to be on today. We got that recorded, and very great nonprofit, Reforge. And then live, fingers crossed, Julie from ThorpeWood is going to talk about that winter grief retreat that I've been highlighting in our events, which is coming up in February at ThorpeWood, part of the Umbrella Project. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff happening today, and I do appreciate you so much finding the stream and tuning in. Would love to know where you're watching from, and actually out of curiosity, what time you're watching the stream. That is very that would be interesting to me. But let me know in the comments if you can. All right, let's go ahead and get this Thursday rolling. thank you to our show sponsor, Heart Home Solutions, your solution for all your home remodeling needs. They love big projects like basement refinishing, new kitchens, new bathrooms, additions, those sorts of things. They'll do all the jobs, but those are the ones they love. If you're selling and you want things freshened up to get that top market value, or maybe you just purchased and you need a little bit of work and you're not so much of a do it yourselfer, call Heart Home Solutions. They can help. HART, hearthomesolutions.com. All right, Bob Miller's jumped into the studio. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Well, good morning.
Woo! Poof! Here we are. Exciting. Here again. Oh well. Oh well. Howdy do to you.
Howdy do to you.
And you and you and you and you. Look at them all out there watching. Yeah.
Yes.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
No
always
Chris
it's
Michaels.
always exciting when you're on.
Yeah, is it really? I don't know about that, but I appreciate you allowing us here for 202. So very good.
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. I just so my 1-year anniversary is April Fool's Day, April 1st. So we're going to do something big for that. But I did count the 300th show is going to be at the beginning of June. So I'm already planning.
All right. Well, hey, good for you. When I worked at another radio station, they hired me, and my first day was on the air was April Fool's Day, and we did an imaginary parade through downtown Frederick, and I had dignitaries, I had bands, I had it was a one-man show, but it was pretty funny. So
that's fun. I know. I want
right?
to do something fun. Maybe we'll have to chat, brainstorm some ideas.
Well, you're doing the live thing, you're doing the video thing, and the podcast thing. So it's a little tough to make stuff up, and unless you really, you have beautiful graphics and backgrounds and stuff. So obviously you've got people, unless it's all you doing all that.
With AI today, I don't know. I might be able to conjure up a pretty fun event.
Maybe. I'm already thinking of things, but I don't. You might have to put a disclaimer on. So I'm just saying.
I'm sure I will. Oh, goodness gracious.
So I was talking to Chris yesterday, just briefly. He's, the flu's still in the house. He said he might be back tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Why come back on Friday when you can have the whole week off?
Right.
Yeah, boss, I still don't feel good.
Yes.
But he said he was going to watch Primal Fear.
Oh, wow.
Great movie.
Okay.
Do you remember Primal Fear?
I don't. I'm going to have to rewatch it. Ash, my husband, was talking about it, though.
Yeah, Richard Gere and Ed Norton.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good movie.
Mr. Vale. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. So
yes. Now I remember. Now that you said that, yeah.
So
I'm telling you, these are bringing back so many memories. You can kind of go back to the place you were, at the time, and he doesn't have that benefit, but he will hopefully remember this whole year.
Yeah, and he'll just be like, "Why did I miss all that?" I missed. Yeah. Now there are movies out there that so like I would love the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? But to me, to watch that just to watch it, it's not that great of a movie. Now he's a Meatloaf fan, so he would love it. Right. You have to. Right.
Yeah.
I remember hanging out with, going with Richard Callen and my high school friends and stuff as a Z104's midnight movies.
Yes.
And that's how I remember that movie. And I can remember because I would go downstairs. My dad was a veterinarian, 60 cc syringes. And I would fill it, they would be full of water. And I could sit in the back and I could pretty much hit everybody with a 60 cc syringe and just letting it go. So,
Yeah, when people would get dressed, I remember the midnight movies, and when people would get dressed up, sing the songs, dance in the aisles, it was fun.
Yeah, I never did any of that because, nobody wants to see me
You were
dressed
just
like.
sitting in the back shooting people with the water.
Right, water, throwing the rice, and knowing some of the lines, and I knew a
Yeah, oh
line that
yeah.
I was somewhere and I knew a line that nobody else knew, and the next time I went back, it was like, oh, everybody was saying it, so I was the only person who said it once, and then everybody else after that. So
Everybody
I
caught
laid
on.
claim to that. Right,
They all wanted to
um,
be cool like you.
they all did, yeah. So I love the midnight movies back in the day.
Yeah.
Now those movies have to be around 7:00 because I got
Yeah.
to go to bed.
That's our midnight movie, I know.
They say
I'm
the new
telling you,
midnight,
after 7:00, especially at some of these theaters where the seats are so comfy and
right? Yeah, people going in their jammies. Have you ever gone to the movies in your jammies?
I
I mean,
haven't. I haven't, but actually my friend takes a blanket all the time because she's always cold. So it's like,
really?
yeah, it's like, well, just wait for it to come out. You can watch in your living room.
Yeah, right. I went one time with a robe on, and they said, "Sir, you have to tie your robe up. You have nothing on underneath." I'm like, "Oh, dang, I forgot."
Thought I was in my living room.
Oh, I did. Yes, there you go. All right.
Love it.
What else is
Well,
going on?
Well, I don't know. I'm telling you, of course, on social media, everybody's freaking out about TikTok. And now there's this huge shift to Red Note, which is China's TikTok. So, the fact that our government is saying that they're banning TikTok for safety, and yet millions of Americans now are logging into the Chinese version of TikTok
Right.
and not even written in English. Actually, there is a tutorial video on what to click on because it's obviously all written in Mandarin. There are some very, very funny brands, though, national brands, who are really poking fun at this whole thing and doing a really, really fun job. So I don't know. I tell you, like one girl on TikTok said, to the government, I'm on my Chinese phone, laying in my Chinese made bed, in my Chinese made clothing. Let us have our Chinese app, for God's sake. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and they're worried about your data being hacked. Well, you know what? Guess what? That happened in Frederick County Public Schools too.
Well,
So,
not Facebook is the worst at data privacy
oh
and
yeah,
selling our data. They've been doing it. They just, I think, my feeling is the government just doesn't like when somebody else does it. It's
right,
okay when they do it, but
right.
I don't know.
Well, I think there's over 250 million people in the United States that are on TikTok. The president to be, Donald Trump wants to be on TikTok.
He is on TikTok. He is on TikTok. Plus,
Okay,
many Congress people who have voted to ban it are also on TikTok. Actually, I saw somebody said that there is a clause in the ban that allows an exemption for
hmm.
certain people in the government to still be on TikTok for purposes of monitoring what's going on. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
right.
Seriously. So, it's okay for them, but not for us. So
Yeah.
that's very frustrating.
It is very frustrating. It is, and it's always, well, what's good for us is not necessarily good for you, and we're going to limit you, but not us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do as I say, not as I do. And
right,
I hate that. I think that I just feel like, well, the other thing that's very disappointing is TikTok has been the purveyor of instant news. If you want to know what is going on, all you have to
hmm,
do is scroll TikTok and you will see things that the mainstream is not covering, that even some streaming news outlets aren't covering. And I think a lot of Americans feel like because they get the truth from TikTok pretty quickly, that is one reason why the government wants it shut down, that they can't control what's happening and censor the way they want. So,
yeah, but yeah, and citizens television, real quick, right there. But
yeah,
not all of it is real. Now you see stuff that's AI and stuff, and I mean,
true.
it really does get a bit difficult sometimes to kind of decipher the good, the bad, the ugly, the computer generated. Just FYI, we are not computer generated. We are not AI here on Good Morning Frederick.
If I were AI, I'm telling you, I've used some of those filters, and I'm thinking, boy, I'd be like that all the time. So when you see this with the hair, like I look like I have a bald spot here, the gray's growing in. Trust me, if I were AI, I would not look like this.
Really? Yep. You want to talk about hair? Look at that. That's just it ain't getting any better, But at least I have it. So, and it's not really gray. So I don't gray anything. This is all, that's all I don't do any of that stuff. So
yeah, no.
All right. Well, let me tell you what's going on in the world. Of course, this morning we were talking about the fact that the student breach in remember we were talking about this with Chris the other day about one of the forums or whatever they use for Frederick County Public Schools. It's called Power School that got hacked, and some of the information on the school system in Frederick County, like health stuff, was hacked. And FCPS said they've taken care of that. It's down now, and it's all secure. But I look at this and I'm like, okay, so is somebody, we've got the IT departments. Are they doing a better job than the hackers? Are the hackers looking for information here, or are they just is there some kid in China going, I want to see if I can get into this just to have fun with it, just to say, hey, I hacked it. I really don't need to know that little Danny Gurry has asthma, or she's taking Tylenol or whatever. I don't need, I don't know if that's a big important deal. But if you're a parent and you got a kid in school who might be on some meds or something might change. Somebody can go in there and it'll be like, oh, you need this drug, and they change it. It could do harm when somebody goes in like a school nurse and goes, yeah, well, no, they need this, and they give them the wrong thing. So it's kind of sad that we have to kind of live our lives like that. But that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah. So Frederick County still is letting you drop off your Christmas trees. You don't have any Christmas decorations up, do you?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure you're one of the good people. But I've
seen a number of friends who've turned their Christmas tree into the Valentine's tree and all of that. No, I don't. I got to get my house back in order. That's
Me too. Well, Reichsford Road Yard Waste Recycling Site is still available. Ballinger Creek Park, the second parking lot to the left. They've also got other locations: Thurmont, Kimtown Park. They also have in Monrovia, Point of Rocks, Ruritan Church, Ballinger Creek, Pike, Point of Rocks, Rendsburg Park in Middletown. But find somebody who has goats and drop them off there, because I think goats can eat the Christmas trees. So
eat everything.
They do. They eat. I didn't know this, but chickens will eat pumpkins. So
at Halloween or after Halloween, we always take our pumpkins out to my parents' place. They have a little farmette, and we crack them open for the animals out there. So
I don't even crack. I just throw them over the fence. I had some friends over there in Mount Pleasant. I just tossed them over the fence, and they just went at it. Real quick, Frederick County Animal Control Center is going to be closed on Friday. The officials say this is going to allow utilities to perform the needed work in the area. The closure includes the Pet and Adoption Center. They'll schedule a 4-hour power outage on Friday. During that time, the staff will be there to take care of the pets and any strays or whatever. The plan is to provide lighting and heating to the building to ensure the health and well-being of the animals, because it is going to be cold, and that is what's up next. I mean, to tell you, it is. Woke up this morning, it was 15 degrees. 15 degrees.
I don't like this at all. I do not like it.
Well, now hold it. Aren't the women all sitting there? Oh, no, that's fall when they can wear their boots and their sweaters, and but now they got to wear the puffy coats.
Love fall, love spring. The heat of August in the summer and the cold of January, February, I just am not for it. But
Well, light rain and snow in the forecast for today. Temperatures only up into maybe 30 degrees. That'll be the high. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 39, low of 27. Starts to warm up a bit on Saturday. Partly sunny skies and 43. And ahead till Sunday, it's going to be another fairly cold day. 30, partly cloudy. Gets real cold next week. I mean, probably not even getting out of the teens all next week, maybe even like 12 degrees by Wednesday. So it's going to be a real cold day. On Wednesday, gets a little warmer next Thursday. So
I'm
there you
already
go.
depressed for next week.
I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's why I like to let Chris do these.
Exactly.
Because, bada bing, bada boom, it's going to be cold, Basketball last night, it was Frederick over Oakdale, 65-56. Imonte Hill Jr., 26 points, 6 assists. Girls basketball saw Williamsport over Middletown, 36-34. In wrestling, it was Catoctin over, I just lost it. Catoctin over Thomas Johnson by a score of 37-36. Linganore over Tuscarora. Looks like the head coach for Urbana High School is going to be stepping down. His name is Dean Swink, saying that he just needs to spend a little bit more time with his family, and football, even though he loves it, is taking way too much of his time. And Texas junior quarterback Quinn Ewers has declared for the NFL draft and to make way for Arch Manning to take over the Texas Longhorns. And there you go. That's a look at sports.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm going to get ready and figure out how I can hibernate next week and maybe not leave the house.
Find that big, one of those little snuggie things and curl up. There's a picture. I found myself, and I think it's on Facebook. I don't know. I think it is Facebook. Might be not TikTok, but there's the Ohio Zoo, and they show these videos of like a porcupine eating or an otter playing in the water, and my wife looks at me. She goes, "Is there something wrong with you?" And I'm like, "No, these are so cute. I don't want to watch the confirmation hearings any longer of people who are yelling and screaming and just trying to make a name for themselves. I want an otter sitting there dunking a little ball, or a porcupine who just sits there and is eating a carrot and it's just like, it's like, I just love those guys.
100%. I would live stream that stuff all day long myself. Yes.
There we go.
All
Great
right, go
minds think
enjoy.
alike.
I will see you later.
Thank you, Danny. Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning. All right, quick break. Then we're going to highlight some of the events in our area. Then we've got Mitch from Reforge talking about the nonprofit and the cold plunge. And then Julie is going to be joining us from ThorpeWood about the winter grief retreat. All of that is coming up. We just got to take a quick break. Get paid,
It's a new year, a new beginning. At Colonial Jewelers, our Legacy of Love jewelry restyling event is the perfect opportunity to refresh your jewelry box. Browse our large selection of settings and diamonds. Reset your ring, upgrade a diamond, or design a new custom ring. At Colonial Jewelers, Legacy of Love jewelry restyling event, February 6th through the 8th. The Colonial Jewelers box, there's just more in it.
Cosmic Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmicHealing.com.
Real estate Garcia. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect. Shining finery beyond compare.
All right, let's talk about what is happening in this great town of Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Taquito in Hagerstown. 2 locations, the same great value and delicious food. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza, just off Route 40 in Frederick. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown, just off Route 40 as well. Taquito is the same great quality food, but a drive-through experience, whereas with Taco Bar, you can go in and sit down and enjoy the beautiful surrounds. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com. All right, you know where to go for all the great events. You can look for it at promocircus.com, or you will see a link in the description of the video you're watching now. All right, today, Teen Time Logos, 11 to 18 at Brunswick Branch Library at 6 o'clock. If you want to see some basketball, how about heading down to UMBC? They are at home today. And 9:30, if you're still awake at that hour, congratulations. But there is karaoke with DJ Spider at Cellar Door. Tomorrow, 8:55, exercise for seniors at Tally Rec Center is something you can do. Or how about at noon? It is the first of a 5-week series, Eating for Longevity at Common Market on 7th Street. At 8 p.m. tomorrow, Leading Ladies Cabaret at the Met. And at 10 p.m., how about some rock and bowl at Fourth Dimension? They have some good pricing for you there on that. If you're kidding, that's like the modern day skating rink, what the skating rink was for us. 11 a.m. To Saturday, free pizza slice at Rosati's on 7th Street. Just walk on in, say you heard about it on Good Morning Frederick, and you'd like your free slice of pizza. They did pepperoni, cheese, sausage, and they were serving up to $2.55 apparently last week. So let's pack the house. I know it was really crowded early. It dropped off right after lunchtime, of course. So I would say going from 12:30 to 2 is your best bet. At noon, FCC men's basketball is at home. Also at noon, the Let There Be Rock School is live at Old Mother Brewing. 3 to 7, you can listen to me on WFRE every Saturday afternoon. And at 7:30, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, the tribute to Jimmy Buffett at New Spire Arts Stages. On Sunday, how about a breakfast buffet? You can get that at the Mount Airy Volunteer Fire Company. It is their big country breakfast buffet from 7:30 to 11. If you want something in Newmarket, how about the frozen brunch with Elsa and Anna from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. At the Derby, you do need reservations for that. Noon to 3, Let There Be Rock School will be live at Old Mother. Also noon to 3, UMD men's basketball is home against Nebraska. And 3:30, there's a winter afternoon tea at Searsville Mansion. Coming soon, save the dates. We got tons, all right? January 24th, the Let There Be Rock School's 15th anniversary celebration is happening. Also, it's On Our Own's 5th annual gala at Holly Hills. On the 30th, Comedy Nitro. We're going to be talking with my friend Jim Bryan. That's at Rockwell Riverside. And at 7 and at 8 p.m., you can see the premiere of Boomtown, the movie about Frederick that they've been shooting that for 6-7 months at least and planning for ages. That's going to be at Warehouse Cinemas Frederick. So you're going to want to get your tickets now because I saw a lot of people were interested in that. I don't know how many more screenings they're going to be adding. February 1st, 8:30. If you need a CPR certification, you can get that at FCC's Monroe Center. And of course, February 1st is First Saturday in downtown Frederick. Oh, we've got some plans for you at 401 North Market Street. You are going to want to come on up and check us out at some point during First Saturday. We will have details about that very soon because it's just a couple weeks away. On February 5th, of course, it is the African Americans of Excellence exhibit kickoff at the Weinberg. Tickets are on sale now, just $15. You got to get them now, weinbergcenter.org. And if you can't attend, but you want to support, please donate $150 and we will select kids and their families. The kids are coming from Boys and Girls Club and City Youth Matrix, and their families will be able to attend as well. February 8th, it is the Bootleggers Ball at McClintock Distilling. Tomorrow, we are going to have Jen Martin from Celebrate Frederick talk about that event, as well as some of the great stuff Celebrate Frederick is doing. At 7 until midnight, it's Kicking Up a Cure at the American Legion. That's line dancing, benefiting St. Jude's. February 13th, it is the Tierra Tour, the ultimate Galentine's Day on Maryland double deckers. Starts and ends at Benstown. Ladies only. That's going to be a ton of fun. On the 14th for Valentine's Day, though, there are 3 bus tours. Now, they're only doing the lower deck, okay? 12 couples per tour. Love on the double. You can get your tickets for that now if you want something a little bit different. February 14th is that winter grief retreat. We're going to check in with Julie Christensen in just a bit to tell us about that. The 15th, it is the Hyperlocal Brew Fest at Frederick Fairgrounds. That's going to be a fun event, usually is. The 20th, it is Critters on the Catwalk at Warehouse Cinemas to benefit friends of our Frederick County Animal Control. And March 5th is the African Americans of Excellence reception and auction. We will soon be showing you the artwork. And of course, if you come to the event in February, you will see it. And that is free to attend. March 15th, it's the 20th annual Retro Prom. We're going to be talking with Rona about that event coming up soon. And March 15th and 16th is the 50th annual Home and Garden Expo. And that is at the fairgrounds. And that is what is happening in Frederick. Tons, I know. But if you have an event you want included or you want me to talk about or add to the calendar, just let me know. Everything Frederick Live at gmail.com. All right, one more quick break. Then we're going to be back with Mitch from Reforge, and Julie will be joining us live from ThorpeWood about that winter grief retreat. But we got to do all of this first.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Oh, they built some beautiful stuff too. Call Sandra, talk to her, ask her to show you some of the projects they've worked on. You can check them out on social media, A&S Construction, or you can visit them online, ansconstruction.net. You can call 301-703-2157. And remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you're going to get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. You just have to tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Oh, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood, and I love it. Let's do that now. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure the food is as fresh as it can be. Find them at Intense, I-N, the number 1, the number 0, bbq.com. That's intensebarbecue.com. When you get their food, you will satisfy your meat tooth. Let's see who is. Linda Arrington is checking in this morning. Good morning. And of course, Tara First comment almost every day. Happy Thursday, Danny, Mama, and Frederick. And there's Mama Cone at 9:30. I'm not sure. Maybe she just woke up. We'll have to find out about that, saying good morning, everyone. It is winter. It is the time we hibernate for sure. All right, got a chance to talk with Mitch from Reforge. Great organization helping our veterans. And he has an event coming up next Saturday. Want you to be a part of. I'm chatting with Mitchell. He is the director of operations for Reforge, which is a nonprofit that supports our veterans. I learned about Reforge just last year, and I'm so excited to be talking to you, Mitch, and find out more about Reforge and this great fundraiser you guys are doing. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Danny. Thanks for having me on.
Can you tell our viewers who may not know what Reforge is?
Yeah. So Reforge, we are new. You are correct. We're about a little over a year right now, and it is a veteran nonprofit. And myself am a veteran. Just retired 22 years ago, or just retired 22 years in 2024. And when I got out, there was searching for purpose, and I've moved 23 times in 22 years. I didn't want to continue on or get a job similar to what I was doing because I got two young kids and a wife, and I was never home. So I decided to just get out and do something on my own. Be an entrepreneur. I started up a landscaping company. Reforge helped with that, and just spending time with the family. But um, long story short, when you look at veteran nonprofits, when the global war on terrorism started, they're very specific, and we are in a new time and era taking care of veterans, and it's a different platform. So, we focus on community purpose and wellness. So those are our pillars. And within that, we have different programs through amazing people throughout Frederick, Gettysburg, North Carolina, Virginia, that support the veterans. So we don't treat each veteran it's not a cookie cutter fit. The whole thing is, while you're in the military, you have a band of brothers and sisters to your left and right, and you have that family. And then when you get out, it's like, all right, well, where's my group? So,
Yeah.
bringing community together and getting the veterans involved in things like social sports, outdoor events, hunting, fishing, taking care of bees. We have a bee program. We're going to Africa, fighting child trafficking, etc.
Yep.
That's what veterans like to do.
Yeah.
I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a grandson, and I'm a veteran. So none of those define me specifically, but it's difficult when veterans get out and they go through that transition process to get that community and meet people that have similar backgrounds and mindsets. So that's what Reforge is all about. And again, we are new. We're right over a year, and we are kicking butt. We're meeting new veterans every day, and that's the whole thing. And it's getting veterans out of solitude, and solitude looks different to everybody else. You may never know
Yeah.
what someone is going through, and a veteran to veteran peer conversation seems to work a little bit better, and that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, look, and I think, in all of that, first of all, and I don't mean this to sound trite, we really do appreciate your service to this country. That's a lot that you've sacrificed, your family, your wife, your kids, your parents, all of that. And I'm sad that in hundreds of years of fighting wars, this country did not figure out a better way to help our veterans upon their return. Like, you've trained people to do something, some for a long period of time, some for a short period of time, but it's very intense. And to not have had something better when they come home and become a civilian, to me is sad. But I'm so grateful that there are people out there like you who saw that and saw this need to, again, kind of put those tasks out to people who want to fulfill them. And I love what Reforge does. I think being, amongst peers, but being amongst peers doing things that are, kind of helping to maybe distract or just focus on something else. I think it's amazing you guys are going to Africa. I think that, doing these other programs are just really what a lot of people need. And I'm so grateful you guys are there for our veterans for sure.
Yeah. Looking back at the past, we're getting better. We're getting smarter. We're starting to see, you know, uh, a pattern. And you're right. There was a problem with taking care of our veterans, and there was a lot of red tape and a lot of small font on a lot of forms, and veterans are just like, all right, well, we're very used to, sit down, fill this out, sign this, get this done next. And when you're out, and it's
Yeah.
thank you for your service, here's your American flag. And then after that, it was, me and my wife were gonna move right before the school season started this year, but we decided to stay, just because of the stressors of another move, and we kind of fell in love with Maryland. We started building a community here. And yes,
Yeah.
Katie's been an amazing partner, and her drive consistently is consistent. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
And
Yes, she
it's a
is.
driving force. And
Well, I
yes,
love that you guys are kicking butt. All right. So, coming up next Saturday, you guys have a cold plunge fundraising event. Tell me about how this came about and how Frederick can participate.
so this goes back to meeting veterans in the community. So Ray, who unfortunately had some technical difficulties, he's going to be hosting that event, and he is an absolute amazing human being, veteran of both, the United States Army, and he was a local police officer here in Frederick, and just amazing human being who hits on the key points of our wellness. And as I said before, we're getting smarter. We're understanding that what we put in our bodies isn't always good for our bodies, and what we do, our habits aren't always good. So, cold plunge therapy, hyperbaric chambers, getting out, sunshine, what vitamins, etc. Talking about alcohol and alcohol abuse, and getting down to understand what really goes on there. And then Ray also takes veterans to the Appalachian Trail. So I love getting outside. Like, that is my therapy. It's just connecting with nature and getting community together, and then understanding the benefits of
Yeah.
even something, cold plunging.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So, we are looking for people to sign up. You guys are going to have the stuff on your website, and we want people to sign up to participate in that event and cold plunge. And I've heard all the
Are
great
you
things
coming
that
out there,
come.
Danny?
I have, I have not. Ray said, you got to
Uh,
come out. And I'm like, oh, I hate the cold, but I have heard some great things that it does for your body to be cold plunging. And so I know
Yeah.
he does it all the time.
Yep. He is diehard. He goes every day.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's
Well,
the
we love
cheaper
it. So
version
we'll
now
make
since it's
sure and
so cold out.
continue to promote for people to sign up and participate with you guys. How else can the Frederick community support Reforge and what you guys are doing?
Well, like I said before, we have so many different programs and so many people volunteering to help. And this is a non for profit. I mean, no one gets paid here. We're just doing it because this is what the right thing to do is. And so if you want to support, you can go to our website, you can donate. Our programs are on there. If you want something specific, like our Standing Strong in Africa, we have the fishing tournament, the Marlin tournament coming up in August. We got some Navy SEALs coming, getting on the boat, and we're going to be getting them out there and trying to catch a marlin and win the tournament. Obviously, that'll help out Reforge a lot. But if donating, involving yourself, seeing how you can help, it anything helps.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
And
so we
then,
will make
again,
sure.
there's those
Yeah,
programs. We golf. We have veterans golf. They can golf for free on certain days in specific areas. Uh, Taking care of bees, understanding how bees are important to an environment. The fishing, the hunting, the group sports, the Frederick social sports. It's all just one big collaboration. So yes, anybody can call or donate and find out how to help us out, and we
yeah. Well,
very much appreciate it.
yeah, we love all that. We did get some of your honey at that event, which
Oh,
was
good.
great. And I love the fact that I think, like what you said earlier, is it's going back to that brotherhood, right? To be doing things positively with a group of people who know kind of what you may be going through or have had similar experiences, I think is very important. And it's I think that that is a great thing. Only good things can come. All right, Mitch, well, we appreciate you. We're going to have you back to talk about your landscape company, and we'll help keep you busy here in the area. And but in the meantime, I want you guys to check out reforgeunited.org. Sign up for the cold plunge next Saturday, January 25th, 10 a.m. at Pine Cliff. And let's help these guys to help the guys who keep us free every single day. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danny, for having us on.
What a great organization. I tell you, some of the stuff they do, their stories, I love that they get into the outdoors. And I know that many of the veterans have benefited from the programs there. And I don't think we can ever do too much for our veterans for sure. All right, we're coming up next. We're going to talk about this winter grief retreat. But let's do this real quick first because we're going to talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. You can travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. They have an extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, and you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on that dream vacation. Oh, yes. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you.
I'm glad I know sometimes with live technical things are a little bit iffy, but I was so glad to see you get it sorted out. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Okay, so you're the executive director of ThorpeWood, and we've had you on the show before, but you guys are doing a really interesting thing called the Winter Grief Retreat. Why don't you tell our viewers, first of all, just a little bit about ThorpeWood and maybe the change that we talked about before that people may not be aware of? And then we can talk about this programming that you have coming up in February.
Wonderful. Thank you. So ThorpeWood is a 156-acre nature-based mental health and social emotional learning facility. Our mission is to reconnect humans and nature to promote mental health, wellness, and environmental stewardship. So in pursuit of that mission, we offer a lot of different programs. Everything we do is offered at no cost to our community. And we sort of fulfill our mission also through a number of community partnerships. We have a number of nonprofit partners, and we collaborate to create unique curricula that are tailored to the needs of their clients. So one of our partners is the Umbrella Project. The Umbrella Project provides hiking journeys for grieving young adults, and ThorpeWood has been proud to partner with the Umbrella Project for a number of years now. And usually what our partnership looks like is having a base camp sort of experience here at ThorpeWood, where we provide some grief counseling and also teach people how to set up a tent, how to backpack, and then we head out onto the Appalachian Trail for several days. But we also realize that some people feel really intimidated by backpacking. So we wanted to offer something that sort of allows people to dip their toes in the water, so to speak.
Yeah.
And last year we started doing a winter base camp grief retreat where we spend the whole weekend in the historic Homestead House here at ThorpeWood. and we just do hikes out from the cabin. So no backpacking. It's just being in a cozy cabin for the weekend and
Yeah.
getting some grief support.
I mean, wintertime is the perfect time for that, I would think too. I mean, feeling
Mm.
just kind of that you still get the exhilaration of being out in the beauty that your grounds provide and the trails and things around you, but at the same time, kind of having that warmth and comfort, being amongst people that maybe going through the same things as you, or just getting that opportunity to kind of let your hair down, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good. So how long have you been doing these winter retreats? Did you just say last year was the first one, or?
That's right. This will
Yeah,
be our second one, and we plan to do it every
neat.
winter moving forward because our experience last year was just so profound. It was a really powerful weekend for everyone.
Yes, I'll bet. I'll bet. Now, how many people are a part of this retreat as far as how many people can you accommodate?
Yeah, so we can accommodate up to 15. We'd probably like to keep it a little bit smaller, but certainly wouldn't turn anybody away who wanted to come.
Yes. And so if someone is, well, why don't you tell me the people that have come to this retreat so far, what describe that person, that what they may be experiencing or how they get to you?
Yeah, so the Umbrella Project is focused on serving grieving young adults. So this can be anyone who's had a significant loss in their life. It doesn't have to be an immediate family member. We've had people attend who have lost dear friends or spouse. So really, it's any significant loss. And then how we define young adult, truthfully, has changed a little bit over the years. For this upcoming retreat, we're accepting people between the ages of 18 and 39.
Okay. And are these people who are maybe currently are all of the people currently getting some therapeutic help, or are some of them just like, okay, I I had tried something in the past, but I feel like is going to really help me.
It's a mix. We definitely have some people come who have already been doing work with a grief counselor, but we have a lot of people come who just recognize that they need to deal with their grief. And
Yeah.
so coming to an Umbrella Project trip might be their first experience doing that.
Yeah, and I can imagine it's a kickstart once they start to see some of
Mhm.
the benefits of the healing coming through or whatever. What does a day look like during this retreat?
So we take being trauma informed very seriously. And part of what that means is that even though we have an agenda that we write, we really try to empower the participants to shape the day into what they want or need for it to be. But what we might write for the agenda could be having some optional yoga or meditation in the morning, and then maybe doing a hike, and then doing an arts based activity that focuses on processing grief or explores memorialization. We definitely do some like group sharing. And we find that that's really powerful. Again, for a lot of the people who come, this is their first experience sort of approaching their grief. And to be able to do that in the context of getting peer support can be extremely powerful for people. Um, again, it's sort of a mix of things, but we really try to have a balance between leaning in to grief and spending time thinking about it and processing it, and then leaning out, backing off a little bit, getting outside into nature, or just doing something fun and restorative.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think, the nice thing is you're amongst experts who can help you to, on your timeline and how best you need to be helped. What is the best way for people to reach out if they're viewing this and either maybe they know somebody who this would benefit or themselves would benefit from this, what do they need to do?
So they certainly could go to the Umbrella Project website. That's www.umbrellaprojecthike.org, or they can email ThorpeWood, info@thorpewood.org. So THORPEWOOD.
Okay, awesome. And what is, oh, let me get myself back on here. What is the timeline for registration? Like, I mean, obviously, we want people to do it now. This is February 15th, 16th, 14th, 15th, 16th.
14th through the 17th. So it would
Okay.
be ideal to have all of the applications in by February 2nd. But
Okay.
if somebody finds out sort of belatedly and still wants to join, if we have room, we'll take them.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, I mean, as I said to you when we met, I think this shift for ThorpeWood, and it's not a huge one because I do know even in the beginning there was a lot about, um, giving back to the community in a bigger way than being just an event space. But I really do think that helping our community with their mental health and providing this outdoor location in such a beautiful setting and helping our community members to heal is a huge thing. And I'm really happy that you guys are part of our community and that you guys are leading this. And of course, if there's ever anything that we can do in the meantime, we are here to support you.
Thank you so much, Danny. And we really appreciate the opportunity to join you this morning and share about what we're doing.
Oh, yes. Anytime at all. Anytime at all. Well, we thank you so much. This is the Winter Grief Retreat. It is at ThorpeWood, which is a beautiful property, not too far from Frederick, but far enough away that you will not feel like you're in Frederick anymore, which is great. And if you or someone you know may be dealing with some grief from a loss, this just might be the thing for you. So we'll make sure and share all the details as far as the website and stuff in our shows coming up as well. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. All right. That is it for our show today. Thank you so much for joining us. I think that's wonderful. Look, I know grief can be overwhelming, and it is so important. If you are dealing with it and you haven't dealt with it, it may be the time to do it. Everybody goes through their own stages at their own time, but certainly if it's affecting and impacting not only you, but people around you, this might be a good time to look into that. All right. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You can watch anytime on YouTube. I promise I'm getting all the shows up on YouTube. I'm way behind on that. I'm way behind on the podcast too, but been a little busy. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Please spread the word. Have an amazing day. As always, I want you to get out there and I want you to be great, Frederick, because that is who we are.